item number 16, SB 662, regarding court reporters. And I don't have the recommendation. Is this it? She's always ahead of me. This is the first. All right, great. With due pass to business and professions. So with that, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Vice Chair and members of the committee. Please allow me to highlight 3 cases. Case number 1, in California in 2018, Jameson versus Desta, Barry Jameson was injured and sued for damages. Barry Jameson lost the case, then appealed. The appeals court denied the appeal because there were no court records of his case. Case number 2, a resident in the Central Valley was denied child support. A review of the transcripts showed the judge made a mistake when reviewing her paperwork, and the decision was reversed. Case number 3, a victim of domestic violence was evicted. She was wrongfully denied the right to use her domestic violence to prevent the eviction. An electronic recording was successfully used to appeal her eviction. Here we have 3 cases with 3 very different circumstances, but one thing is very clear. In all 3 cases were impacted, one way or the other, by the need to have a record of the proceedings. Regardless whether the transcripts are taken by a court reporter or made accessible by an electronic recording, without either, poor people are left without access to equal justice under the law. Members, hundreds, thousands of cases every year go without a record. Imagine the number of poor, vulnerable people without the financial means to pay a court reporter, who are left to fend for themselves in such vulnerable cases, such as child custody cases, and cases where even their lives are at risk by an abuser, and they're forced to walk away without a record of the proceeding that later puts them at a disadvantage. Today, you may hear statements about how this bill will eliminate court reporters, which is absolutely not true. You're also going to hear statements about how the court are to blame for the shortage in court reporters and how they don't have enough staff. However, I'm not here to point fingers or say who's to blame. That's not my job. I'm here to solve a problem. This is detrimental to the safety, health, and well-being of California families. We do know that court reporters are the gold standard for recording the proceedings in court cases, but we also know that there is a major shortage currently in our courts. But until we fulfill the promise of the gold standard, it is our job to take care of people who are needing our help today and cannot wait for justice later. Senate Bill 662 will help in 3 ways. First, it will allow for electronic recordings only when there are no reporters available in the court. Second, it is a workforce development bill that will entice new candidates to join the profession so that we can help address the shortage. Finally, this bill is the most aggressive pathway of getting more court reporters who are eligible in the courts immediately. By way of example, in 2022, there were 222 candidates who took the certification test, and only 54 passed it. Today, the difference, which is 168 candidates that didn't pass the test, would be sitting around for years waiting to be certified. This bill will allow the candidates to start working immediately, earn a salary, and fill the court reporter vacancies, which are desperately needed. This bill will allow candidates up to 3 years to get fully credentialed and put us on a path to not only restore the jobs that we lost during the Great Recession, but also expand the profession, which is what we all want. The bill only complements the investments made by the legislature to help recruit and retain positions that pay in some cases up to $118,000 a year, and some get $10,000 in signing bonuses. Members, this is a win-win solution to help expand the profession with good paying jobs, and that will not only leave vulnerable people without access to court reporters, but will give them equal access and justice under the law. Thank you. And today with me, we have 2 witnesses, Jennifer Wagman, attorney with the Family Violence Appellate Project and co-sponsor of the bill, and Allison Kefford, an attorney for WEAVE. Thank you.